Okay, good day. We are here to present our guessing game or hot or cold game. So the group members are me, Gatchelian Paulo, Gonzalez Desilim, Sir Banjan Brian. So Desilim will be presenting on how our program works. So here's the code. So one way to add recursion to the number guessing game, as Desilim is showing us how the program works, it is to implement a function that allows the user to keep guessing until they get the correct answer. Instead of prompting them to start a new game every time they make a guess in the implementation, the guess number method uses recursion to keep asking the user to guess the number until they get it right. If the user guesses correctly, they are prompted to play again. If they choose to play again, a new instance of the new number guessing game class is created, and the guess number method is called again recursively to start a new game. So in the modified implementation of the number guessing game, recursion is used to repeatedly call the guess number method until the user guesses the correct number or chooses to quit the game. So the recursive function guess number calls itself whenever the user's guess is incorrect. So here's how the recursion works. The guess number method prompts the user to enter a guess. If the user's guess is lower than the secret number, the method prints low, too low, and then try again, and calls itself recursively. If the user guess is higher than the secret number, the method prints high, too high, and then try again, and calls itself recursively. So if the user guess is correct, the method prints out, congratulations, you have guessed the right number, and prompts the user to play again. If the user chooses to play again, the guess number method creates a new instance of the number guessing game class and calls itself recursively to start a new game. If the user chooses not to play again, the recursion stops and the program ends. Recursion is used here to repeatedly call the guess number method until the game is over. Each time the method is called, it creates a new instance of the number guessing game class and starts a new game. So Desilim will be presenting on how the data structure of our program works. So Desilim, you can proceed.
So the data structure uses in this guessing game is firstly is the secret number. This is a variable that stores a randomly generated integer between 1 and 100. It is generated using the randint function from the random module, which returns a random integer within a specified range. This variable represents the number that the user has to guess. Secondly is guess. This is the variable that stores the user's guess. It is initialized to an invalid value 0 before the game starts, and it is updated with the user's input each time they make a guess. Thirdly is input. So in this input, this is a built-in function in Python that allows the user to input data from the console. In this game, it is used to get the user's guess as an integer. And lastly, if, elif, and else. These are the conditional statements that determine the flow of the game based on the user's guess. If the user's guess is less than the secret number, the program prints too cold, try again, and if the user's guess is greater than the secret number, the program prints too hot, try again. If the user's guess is equal to the secret number, the program prints congratulations, you guessed the right number, and the game can continue or end if the user chooses to. And overall, the code uses simple data structures like variables and built-in functions, as well as control flow statements like conditional statements and loops to implement the game logic. So the next is the OOP application.
For the OOP application, in this implementation, we define a number guessing game class that encapsulates the game logic. The init function method is used to initialize the secret number attribute with a randomly generated integer between 1 and 100, and the guess attribute is initialized to be 0. The play function method is used to start the game and run the main loop. Inside the loop, we ask the user to input their guess using the input function and store it in the guess attribute. We then compare the user's guess with the secret number and provide feedback on whether the guess was too high or too low. If the user's guess matches the secret number, we congratulate them and end the game. To use the number guessing game class, we can create an instance of the class and call the play function method.
So that's for all. Thank you for watching.